Swearing, curses, strong language. Depending on whom you may ask, these are either the worst part of a single language or the best. Although something everybody can agree on is that it's best if these particular expressions are saved for when a person is a little bit older. So naturally, some companies that want to retain their family-friendly nature have to put on with the task of keeping them away from their products. But what happens when these filters don't work properly? Or even worse, they do, and they up showing the company how they may be a little bit
naughty.
Welcome back, trainers. My name is Inky, and today we'll be looking at an event that it's a tad embarrassing for the Pokemon company that happened a little while ago. Being the best-selling IP of all time, Pokemon is bound to be pretty popular, and people unavoidably will know certain things about Pokemon, like the race, that they have a level, and even some moves. Of course, those who are more into them will know the deeper things like EVs, IVs, and even nature. But there's another characteristic that a lot of people ignore, that being the nickname. Giving Pokemon nicknames is something so classic in the franchise that it's been a mechanic since the first game, one that the majority of gamers skip so much that even the newer games have an option to stop the game from asking you if you want to give one to your new friend. But it's something that was intended to be used quite a lot. One of these examples were the many in-game traits that you could do that give you a Pokemon with a special name. But it's here that some problems start to appear. You see, ever since the first game, there has been an NPC, an unplayable character, that allows the owner of the Pokemon to change their names. But with a Pokemon like this, Pokemon obtaining a trait, you're not allowed to change the names. Some NPCs will say that it's because the nickname means something special to its original trainer. Well, the actual truth of why you can change the name is... well, to be honest, I don't know if there's an actual reason for that. There is no game to this day, except Pokemon Go of course, where you can freely change the nickname of a Pokemon that has been traded. Now, this didn't seem to be a lot of problems. The great majority of trades require two trainers to be near, so one could slap the other trainer in the face if they're trying to trade a Pokemon with a silly name. But a lot of things changed over the years, like the introduction of the internet to the games. In the 4th generation, a new way of trading Pokemon was introduced, the Pokeball Global Trade System. A new, more versatile way to trade Pokemon. However, it was a little bit restricted, limitations of the time and such. But for the first time, trading with people from around the world would be easier. That would also mean that a new possible problem could arrive. What if a sneaky trainer named their Pokemon using curse words? Well, it appears that the problem did not manifest a lot in Gen 4, being that I could not find a banned list that warns of the possible names that one cannot use. But luckily, Gen 5 had it, and that was the end of the problem. Right? Even though it seemed like it, some trainers started reporting certain problems, explaining that their Pokemon were being banned from the GTS, and naturally the answers were oriented to their name, and explained to be that they were on the banned list. But the problem was, they didn't give their Pokemon a nickname. It was naturally flagged as improper. The lists that I could find about these naturally banned Pokemons on the GTS were the following: Nosepass, Propopass, Frostlass, Croconaut, Conkeldurr, Gabite, Skuntank, the entire Bulbasaur line, Sharpedo, and Cofagrigus. Now at first glance, some of these may be pretty obvious. I mean, you got ass, shit, whoa, okay, Jesus! Okay, listen, I may have a call for language on this channel, but even I have limits. But what about the others? Well, the point was to ensure that no one, regardless of language, could use their Pokemon to openly swear, so the ban hammer affected every single language at once, and the only requirement to be banned was to have a banned word within a name. So this affected a lot of nicknames that were ill-intended, of course, but it also affected some that were truthfully pure. As a result, the filter was never used again like this. You see, Game Freak decided to include the filter on the actual cartridge, on a time where software updates and patches for these types of games were not that usual. Therefore, it was solely implanted and it was not going anywhere. This entire mistake could be attributed to a programming error, although not a very obvious one. It's clear that this was nothing more than a logical error. From a programming standpoint, this is very different from a classic game error, like a glitch or a bug. Something like that means that the code is failing to do a task given and that it can damage certain parts of the gameplay, like the infamous missing number. But on the other hand, a logical error means that the task given it's been done successfully, but it was wrongly set. So in the end, the computer interprets the task in one way and does it right, while the programmer intended it to be something really different. And while in the end, there was nothing to be done for the Gen 5 games, or even the Gen 4 games. Ever since the Gen 6, the filter has been set in the console itself, the 3DS for example. This allowed the software to be updated and this type of errors less and less common. So in the end, it was just a hiccup in the story of the GTS. Something funny if it didn't happen to you. But thanks to newer tech, these type of errors end up being just things of the past. Hey there! Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you like these new types of videos. If you have a topic that may be interesting to analyze, leave a comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe. My name is Inky, and thanks for watching.